telling you. If you don't hear nothing else, give the Most High the glory. All praises to the Most High. His name is jealous. Don't get it wrong. I mean, a lot of you don't know him. You think you know him. You better understand. You hear what he said? He spoke to Moses face to face. Mouth to mouth, it said. You playing around with him, you don't understand. Exodus 34 and 14. Thou shalt worship no other idol. It says God, and we say idols. All the gods of the nations are idols. No other idol. Not even yourself. For the Most High, whose name is jealous, is a jealous power. See, he's a jealous, his name is jealous. He's a jealous power. He ain't playing. And he said, hey, what did he tell Moses? You go look, you see all that land? Can you imagine that? Can you imagine the Most High, you going up in the chariots, and Mashiach Abishai say, you see all the lands right there? See all those lands? This is the land, the beautiful, and you see New Jerusalem coming down from, because you up in the sky, up in the air, and you see New Jerusalem coming down, and after he done cleaned out and burnt the land of the Middle East, that he going to allow the New Jerusalem to land down there. He said, you see that? Oh yeah, you seeing, you all excited? He said, oh, you're not going. Because of something that you've done in the judgment that's when we meet the judgment seat of Mashiach Abishai. That's going to be something else, man. No one's beyond that. No one's beyond that. Unless you think you're so high-minded that it can't happen to you. You got to think again. I wrote a song, It Can't Happen to Me. It was about HIV, HIV and AIDS. People think it can't happen to them. It can happen to anyone. Mosiah, he got his hand in this. He the one that wound, he the one that healed. He the one that killed, he the one that make alive. That's our power. We give him all the praise and glory. You what it said? Deuteronomy 1 and 37. Also the Most High was angry with me for your sakes, saying, thou also shalt not go in thither. So you ain't going into the land. These are examples and admonition for all those that can hear and see. Verse 38, but Joshua the son of Nun, which standeth before thee, he shall go in thither. Encourage him, for he shall cause Israel to inherit it. You hear that? Can you imagine that? All that Moses went through, going to the Pharaoh, Most High doing all the plagues. He's seeing all the plagues, having to bring forth all these plagues by his rod and so forth. And he's not going to go. Showing him all this beautiful land. You know, they brought back clusters of grapes where two men had to carry them on a pole. Like that. We ain't talking about what we see now. We talking about huge grapes. Because remember, the people were giants. They were giants. The Anakins and people that the land of Canaan, the Canaanites, all of them, like he said, they were greater than them, much taller in height than us. So the fruit and everything was large. It was, you know, just a wonderful land that the Most High loved. Verse 39. Moreover, your little ones, which ye said should be a prey, and your children, which in that day had no knowledge between good and evil, they shall go in thither, and unto them will I give it, and they shall possess it. As for you, turn you, and take your journey into the wilderness by the way of the Red Sea. Then he answered and said unto me, we have sinned. Then ye answered and said unto me, we have sinned against the Most High. We will go up and fight, according to all that the Most High our power commanded us. And when ye have girded on every man his weapons of war, ye were ready to go up into the hill. The Most High said unto me, say unto them, go not up, neither fight, for I am not among you, lest ye be smitten before your enemies. So at least he warned them. He warned them, say, hey, don't go up there and fight against your enemies, because I am with you. A lot of times you're doing things, you ain't been giving the Most High the praise. How you give him the praise for him to help you fight? I mean, you ain't used to giving him praise. Or we say, don't go up, because I ain't with you. And you're going to be put to death. So I spake unto them, and you would not hear. They ain't want to listen. You would not hear, but rebelled against the commandment of the Most High, and went presumptuously up into the hill. Rebelled against the commandment of the Most High and went anyway. And the Amorites, which dwell in that mountain, came out against you and chased you as bees do. You know how bees be chasing people, they be running, boy. He said they chased them as bees do, and destroyed you in Seir, even unto Hormah. And you returned and wept before the Most High, crying before the Most High. You won't listen to him, now you're going to come back and cry to the Most High. But the Most High will not hearken to your voice, nor give ear unto you. So ye abode in Kadesh many days, according unto the days that ye abode there. See? That's why the Most High say, hey, look, did he send him? Did he tell him? What did he tell him? He told him in Deuteronomy 1 and 42. And the Most High said unto me, say unto them, go not up, don't go up, neither fight, for I am not among you, lest ye be smitten before your enemies, lest you be killed before your enemies. So I spake unto you, and ye would not hear. So he sent a messenger, he sent a counselor to bring them the message of the Most High. They ain't want to listen, but rebelled against the commandment of the Most High, and went presumptuously up into the hill. See? And the Amorites, which dwelt in the mountain, came out against you and chased you as bees do, all over, and destroyed you in Seir, even unto Hormah. And you returned and wept before the Most High, crying to the Most High. But the Most High would not hearken to your voice, nor give ear unto you. Same as he told us again. That's what I say, a lot of times he reminds us over and over again. He reminded us through the time of King Solomon in Proverbs 1:24. Listen, Proverbs 1, the first chapter, the 24th verse. Because I have called and you refused. I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. It's like I say, he stretched out his hand, he called. You sending them, telling them what to do. They're going to be rebellious. Going to do whatever they want to do. Follow their own heart as you taught to. Follow your own mind and you see what happens. Because I have called and you refused. I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. So you look at, okay, well, it's just a man. It's just a man. Why should I listen to man? I got my own way I could do things, you know? I could do it the way I want to do it. Oh, yeah? Listen at this. Psalm 17 and 14. What did he say? He has said here in Proverbs 1 and 24, because I have called and you refused. I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. He stretched out his hand and no man regarded. Look at Psalm 17 and 14. From men which are thy hand, O Most High. Okay? So he used men to stretch out his voice to the children of Israel. Proverbs 1:24. Because I have called and ye refused. I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. He had the man tell us. Did they listen? No. Listen. I also will laugh. You say, but ye set at naught all my counsel. What's his counsel? When he sent men to tell you certain things. Just like it's always been. He always did this. Through the Spirit. Listen. But ye set at naught, mean nothing, all my counsel, and with none of my reproof. All the things that he done, you didn't pay attention. You didn't take heed. See, I also will laugh at your calamity. So when this happened to them, he laughing at them. Say, I will mock when your fear cometh. Remember they was chasing them like bees and killing them? This is what Most High said he did. I will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish come upon you, then shall they call upon me. Ain't that what they did? They called upon him, crying to him. Then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. For that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Most High. They were none of my counsel. Through the men that is his hands, that's talking to me. I want to hear it. They despise all my reproof. See, therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way, and be filled with their own devices. See? So it's no different what you're seeing here, as we're reading what happened to them. He's telling us certain things are being revealed, even in these last days. If people don't want to take heed to it, they're going to laugh at you. You cry to him, that's what they say. You cry to him, he's going to laugh at you. What you going to do when he comes to you? See? Deuteronomy 1 and 42. I gotta bring this on home so it can really sink into your mind, because it's the same thing. And the Most High said unto me, say unto them, go not up, neither fight. For I am not among you, lest you be smitten before your enemies, lest you be killed before your enemies. So I ain't with you. Don't go up and fight them, because I'm not with you. So I spake unto you, and you would not hear, but rebelled against the commandment of the Most High, and went presumptuously up into the hill. Went up there anyway. And the Amorites, which dwell in that mountain, came out against you, and chased you as bees do, and destroyed you in Seir, even unto Hormah. And you returned and wept before the Most High. When you say, though you cry to me, he's going to laugh at you and mock you, that you crying to him. You didn't want to do what he said do? Remember, his name is jealous. He's going to laugh at you and mock you. And you return and wept before the Most High. But the Most High would not hearken, listen to your voice, nor give ear unto you. But hear this. Understand this. This is real, people. And it's like, it's almost like put it in your face again. That's why, once again, Numbers 14 and 22. Because all those men which have seen my glory and my miracles, which I did in Egypt and in the wilderness, and have tempted me now, these 10 times, and have not hearkened to my voice. He said, surely they shall not see the land which I swear unto their fathers, neither shall any of them that provoke me see it. See, he didn't even allow them to see it. He allowed Moses to see it, but he didn't allow them to see it at all. They went in when that last person died. That's when they went in the promised land. 40 years. 40 years. He made them go through that. 40 years. until the last carcass of the adults dropped to the earth. So let's continue. Deuteronomy, the 2nd chapter. Verse 1. Then we turned and took our journey into the wilderness by the way of the Red Sea, as the Most High spake unto me. And we compassed Mount Seir many days. So they're out there, they're in the land. Who's in Mount Seir? Let's find out. When they compass Mount Seir many days. We got to go to the book of Genesis, the 36th chapter. Remember, the Most High gave all the other nations their lands after He gave Israel their land, because Israel is the Most High's inheritance. So let's go to Genesis, the 36th chapter. They compass Mount Seir. So we're looking at who's in Mount Seir. Genesis 36 and 1. Now these are the generations of Esau, who was Edom. Edom. They became a nation called the Edomites from their forefather Esau. So now verse 8, Genesis 36 and 8 says, thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir. Esau is Edom, which means red, the red people, different shades of red. So today would be the indigenous so-called Caucasian people. So now, going back to Deuteronomy 2 and 1, it says, then we turned and took our journey into the wilderness by the way of the Red Sea, as the Most High spake unto me, and we compassed Mount Seir many days. So they were around the land that the Edomites were living in, Mount Seir, many days. And the Most High spake unto me, saying, ye have compassed this mountain long enough. Turn you northward. Say, you've been around this mountain long enough, go northward. And command thou the people, saying, ye are to pass through the coast of your brethren, the children of Esau, which dwell in Seir. See, Esau is our fraternal twin brother, Jacob and Esau. Ye are to pass through the coast of your brethren, the children of Esau, which dwell in Seir. That's the mountains. Mount Seir, mountain Seir. And they shall be afraid of you. Take ye good heed unto yourselves, therefore. So they're going to be afraid of you. So he said, take good heed unto yourself. So meddle not with them. So don't mess with them. Don't mess around with them. For I will not give you of their land. So I'm not giving you any of their land. So he say, meddle not with them. For I will not give you any of their land. No, not so much as a foot's breadth, because I have given Mount Seir unto Esau for a possession. This is the land that he gave Esau, the mountain Seir. Ye shall buy meat of them for money, that ye may eat. And ye shall also buy water of them for money, that ye may drink. For the Most High thy power hath blessed thee in all the works of thy hand. He knoweth thy walking through this great wilderness. These 40 years the Most High thy power hath been with thee. Thou hast lacked nothing. And when we pass by from our brethren, the children of Esau, you see that? Esau is our fraternal twin brother. And when we pass by from our brethren, the children of Esau, which dwelt in Seir, through the way of the plain from Elath and from Ezion-Geber, we turned and passed by the way of the wilderness of Moab. And the Most High said unto me, distress not the Moabites, neither contend with them in battle. For I will not give thee of their land for possession, because I have given Ar unto the children of Lot for possession. You see, when you know that the Moabites are from the seed of Lot, Abraham's nephew. He gave them that land for possession. Land of Moab. The Emims dwelt therein in times past, a people great and many and tall as the Anakim. See, these are giants right here. You hear this tall, talking about giants came and, giants were born of, angels coming down having sexual intercourse with these women. See what it say? And Emims dwelt therein in times past, a people great and many and tall. These are the giants right here. As the Anakims, they were real tall. Which also were accounted giants. See, come on. Which also were accounted giants. One more time. Which also were accounted giants as the Anakims. But the Moabites called them Emims. We got another name for them. Giants, because they were taller than everybody. The Hurims also dwelt in Seir before time, before the Most High gave Esau, or the Edomites, the land of Mount Seir. But the children of Esau succeeded them. They came afterward, when they had destroyed them from before them, and dwelt in their stead, as Israel did unto the land of his possession, which the Most High gave unto them. Now rise up, said I, and get you over the brook Zered. And we went over the brook Zered, in the space in which we came from Kadesh Barnea until we were come over the brook Zered was 38 years, until all the generation of the men of war were wasted out from among the host, as the Most High swore unto them. All of them died. All the men of war. Now mind you, it was 600,000 that we came out from Egypt, so he killed 599,998. I gotta keep putting that number in your head so you'll see that he only left 2 people. Like he said, gonna take one of a city. He already did this. One of a city, 2 of a family, bring them to Zion. Say, verse 15, for indeed the hand of the Most High was against them, to destroy them from among the host, until they were consumed. See? Till he killed them all. But oh no, you know your power, right? He can't do that to you, right? Because you hold it now. You better think again. They say the righteous scarcely gonna make it. The righteous scarcely gonna make it. Well, that's right. You surpass the righteous, right? You better humble yourself. Inside when a broken and contrite spirit. Moses was the meekest man in all Israel. You see? I mean, he was the meekest man in all Israel. And you see what happened with him. And to him. Why? Because he allowed Israel to get on his nerve. And just a result of it. Deuteronomy 2, the 2nd chapter, the 16th verse. So it came to pass when all the men of war were consumed and dead from among the people, 599,998 from 600,000, only 2 left. Caleb and Joshua, tribe of Judah and Ephraim. That the Most High spake unto me, saying, Thou art to pass over through Ar, the coast of Moab, this day. And when thou comest nigh or near over against the children of Ammon, distress them not, no meddle with them. I will not give thee of the land of the children of Ammon any possession, because I have given it unto the children of Lot for possession. That also was accounted a land of giants. Giants dwelled therein in old times. See? Giants were there in old times. That's when you go to Genesis 6 chapter, say, hey, he's telling you that giants was already on the earth of old time. That also was accounted a land of giants. Giants dwelt therein in old time. And the Ammonites called them Zemins. You see? A people great. A people. Not no angel. A people great and many and tall as the Anakims. But the Most High destroyed them before them, and they succeeded them and dwelt in their stead. See, they succeeded them and dwelt in their stead, instead of them being there. As he did to the children of Esau, which dwell in Seir, when he destroyed the Horims from before them. And they succeeded them, and dwelt in their stead, even unto this day, in the Mount Seir. And the Avims, which dwelt in Hazarim, even until Azar, the Caphtorims, which came forth out of Caphtor, destroyed them and dwelt in their stead. They destroyed them and dwelt in their stead. So rise ye up, take your journey, and pass over the river Arnon. Behold, I have given into thine hand Sihon, the Amorite, king of Heshbon, and his land. Begin to possess it, and contend with him in battle. See how the Most High, he's specific in who he's telling us to go to battle with, go to war with. Because he's going to be with us in the time we go to war against those he's telling us to go to war against. This day will I, the Most High, begin to put the tread of thee and the fear of thee upon the nations that are under the whole heaven, who shall hear report of thee and shall tremble and be in anguish because of thee. See? The Most High did this, like he's going to do in our time. The Most High will. In the time that he gets him in that. And I sent messengers out of the wilderness of Kedemoth unto Sihon, king of Heshbon, with words of peace, saying, let me pass through thy land. I will go along by the highway. I will neither turn unto the right hand or to the left. I'm not going to mess with anything that you have. I'm just going to go straight through. Thou shalt sell me meat for money, that I may eat, and give me water for money, that I may drink. Only I will pass through on my feet. As the children of Esau which dwell in Seir, and the Moabites which dwell in Ar, did unto me, until I shall pass over Jordan into the land which the Most High our power giveth us. But Sihon, king of Heshbon, would not let us pass by him. For the Most High thy power hardened his spirit, and made his heart abstinent, that he might deliver him into thy hand, as appeareth this day. He didn't want to follow him. He didn't want to agree to let them go through, or sell him anything. The Most High said unto me, behold, I have begun to give Sihon and his land before thee. Begin to possess, that thou mayest inherit his land. Then Sihon came out against us, he and all his people, to fight in Jahaz. And the Most High our power delivered him before us. And we smote him, we killed him, and his sons, and all his people. And we took all his cities at that time, and utterly destroyed the men, and the women, and the little ones of every city. We left none to remain. Once again, he says, and we took all his cities, at that time, and utterly destroyed the men, and the women, and the little ones, that's the children, of every city. killed all the men, women, and children of every city. We left none to remain. They leave none to remain. Only the cattle we took for a prey unto ourselves, and the spoil of the cities which we took. Took the cattle and whatever they had, jewelry, and riches and so forth, from Ararah, which is by the brink of the river of Arnon, and from the city that is by the river, even unto Gilead. There was not one city too strong for us. The Most High, our power, delivered all unto us. Only unto the land of the children of Ammon thou camest not, nor unto any place of the river Zabak, nor unto the cities in the mountains, nor unto whatsoever the Most High, our power, forbade us. Deuteronomy the 3rd chapter, verse 1. Then we turned and went up the way to Bashan, and Og, the king of Bashan, came out against us, he and all his people, to battle at Edrei. And the Most High said unto me, fear him not. It's a big dude. For I will deliver him and all his people and his land into thy hand, and thou shalt do unto him as thou didst unto Sihon, king of the Amorites, which dwelt at Heshbon. So the Most High, our power, delivered into our hands Og also, the king of Bashan, and all his people. And we smote him until none was left to him remaining. Killed him until none was left. Oh yeah. Look at Numbers 21 and 33. And they turned, Numbers 21:33, and they turned and went up by the way of Bashan, and Og, the king of Bashan, went out against them, he and all his people, to the battle at Edrei. And the Most High said unto Moses, fear him not, for I have delivered him into thine hand, and all his people, and his land, and thou shalt do to him as thou didst unto Sihon, king of the Amorites, which dwelled at Heshbon. So they smote him and his sons and all his people, until there was none left him alive, and they possessed his land. It's the same story we're reading here. Deuteronomy 3, the 3rd chapter, and the 4th verse. We took all the cities at that time. There was not a city which we took not from them. 60 cities, that's 60 cities. The score is 20, so that's 60 cities. All the region of Argob, the kingdom of Og in Bashan. All these cities were fenced with high walls, gates. Had to be high walls, they were tall people. Gates and bars, beside unwalled towns and great many. It a great many. And we utterly destroyed them, as we did unto Sihon, king of Heshbon, utterly destroying the men, women, and children of every city. 60 cities. Killed all the men, women, and children in 60 cities. But all the cattle and the spoil of the cities we took for a prey to ourselves. And we took at that time out of the hand of the 2 kings of the Amorites, the land that was on this side Jordan, from the river Arnon unto Mount Hermon, which Hermon the Sidonians called Sirion, and the Amorites called it Shemir. all the cities of the plain, and all Gilead, and all Bashan, unto Saalshah and Ezreal, cities of the kingdom of Og in Bashan. For only Og, king of Bashan, remained of the remnant of giants. See? You read again. For only Og, king of Bashan, remained of the remnant of giants. Behold, his bedstead was a bedstead of iron. Is it not in Rabbath of the children of Ammon? 9 cubits was the length thereof, and 4 cubits the breadth of it, after the cubit of a man. So you're looking at how he was considered a giant, but he's telling you the length of how big his bed was. I did have a cubit generally is like the length of like from the elbow to the wrist. That's like a cubit, pretty much. Kind of like weigh it off as such. So he's a very, very tall man. That's why he called a giant. Like how would Shaq look up to somebody that's like 5 feet or 4 feet, 10 or 11? How would Shaq look up against him? Like a giant. You look like a giant, but you're really, really short, and somebody's really, really tall, looking up at him like, whoa, hey. It would seem like a giant to you. I thought I had ended up doing this part. I had a lot of measurements. But I believe that's generally how they measure the cubit. It's like I say, from the elbow to your wrist. It's not just like that. That's what you look at. So going back to Deuteronomy 3 and 11, say, for only Og, king of Bashan, remained of the remnant of the giants, So they were giants. Behold, his bedstead was a bedstead of iron. Is it not in Rabbath of the children of Ammon? 9 cubits was the length thereof, and 4 cubits the breadth of it, after the cubit of a man. That's why you measure it from the like I said, elbow to the wrist. And this land which we possessed at that time from Aria, which is by the river, Arnon, and half Mount Gilead, and the cities thereof, gave I unto the Reubenites and to the Gadites. This the land is given to the Reubenites and the Gadites. And the rest of Gilead and all Bashan, being the kingdom of Og, gave I unto the half tribe of Manasseh. So half the tribe of Manasseh got part of his land. All the region of Argob, with all Bashan, which was called the land of giants. It was called the land of giants. So giants live on earth. Didn't nobody had to come down, no angels had to come down and have sex with women to create giants. That's not true. You see, there's giants already on the earth. And they had the sons of men that had intercourse with these giants' children, women, daughters. You understand? So what does it come for? Giants. And we the sons of the Most High. Those that were able to call on Yahweh Shama Mashiach Yahweh Shai, of the seed of Enos, who was the son of Seth. I've been over that a few times with you, so you should understand this. Don't be fooled by the hype. Verse 13. And the rest of Gilead and all Bashan, being the kingdom of Og, gave I unto the half tribe of Manasseh, all the region of Argob, with all Bashan, which was called the land of giants. It was called the land of giants. It's not giants, plural, and it's not a lot of giants. Zer, the son of Manasseh, took all the country of Argob unto the coast of Yeshiri and Maachathai, and called them after his own name, Bashan Havath Zair, unto this day. And I gave Gilead unto Mashir, and unto the Reubenites, and unto the Gadites I gave from Gilead even unto the river Arnon, half the valley, and the border even unto the river Jabbok, which is the border of the children of Ammon, the plain also, and Jordan, and the coast thereof, from Shinnereth even unto the sea of the plain, even the salt sea, under Adas Pisgah eastward. And I commanded you at that time, saying, Most High your power hath given you this land to possess it. Ye shall pass over armed before your brethren, the children of Israel, all that are meet for the war. Say, arm yourself up. And everyone that's meet or right for the war, as a warrior, arm yourself. But your wives, listen to this, women, but your wives and your little ones, that's your children, and your cattle, for I know that ye have much cattle, shall abide in your cities which I have given you. So you see, the wives didn't go to war. Women didn't go to war. You know what it said? But your wives and your little ones and your cattle, for I know that ye have much cattle, shall abide in your cities which I have given you. Until the Most High have given rest unto your brethren, as well as unto you, and until they also possess the land, which the Most High your power hath given them, beyond Jordan. And then shall ye return, every man unto his possession, which I have given you. And I commanded Joshua at that time, saying, Thine eyes have seen all that the Most High your power have done unto thee, to these two kings. So shall the Most High do unto all the kingdoms whither thou passest. Ye shall not fear them, for the Most High your power, he shall fight for you. And I besought the Most High at that time, saying, O Most High, thou hast begun to show thy servant thy greatness and thy mighty hand. What the Most High is, what Most High power is there in heaven or in earth that can do according to thy works and according to thy might? I pray thee, let me go over and see the good land that is beyond Jordan, that goodly mountain and Lebanon. But the Most High was wroth with me for your sakes. I was asking, let me see it. Let me go over the land, let me see it. The Most High was wroth with me for your sakes, for Israel's sake, and would not hear me. Hear that? He didn't want to hear him. And he was dealing with Moses mouth to mouth with the angel. And the Most High said unto me, let it suffice thee, let it satisfy thee. Speak no more unto me of this matter. Don't ask me no more of this matter.